Hello, welcome. This is Moon Goddess 777 coming at you on this Sunday. How is everybody doing? Give me a second. Let's dream. Support our organization. Come in, like, subscribe, and share. The replay gang, welcome. We are going to have a discussion today about some things that's going on, as usual, and how it relates to our spiritual, physical, mental, material life. Everyone like, subscribe, and share. I just had to talk about this. This is wow. Which a lot of these things, a lot of the conspiracy theorists were saying for a while. Has everybody come in, or when you come back and watch it? Thank you for the support. I know a lot of times I go on different hours, so people come and watch it later on, and I appreciate that too. If you can't come to the lives and you come back, I appreciate the support. Thank you for supporting Maya Simple of Healing and Unconditional Love. Thank you to the volunteers and the donations. I appreciate the support. It helps me to expand and help the community as I have always done. Um, and like I'm very transparent with that. I don't mind, I don't mind showing my supporters like what their proceeds are going to and how it's helping the community and what I am actually doing with the donations and whatnot. I'm very transparent with the donations and the support and everything. So yeah, we're gonna get right into it. I'm just giving everybody a little time to come on in. Or if you can't watch it now, watching the replay or whatever. It's early. It's Sunday. This is my Sunday morning service. Well, actually, I had it already with meditating and stuff like that. But yeah, if you coming back from church, you look at it later on, or however, I appreciate the support. Yeah, I really appreciate the support. And like, subscribe, and share, and comment. Let me know what you think about the material. It's a beautiful Sunday. Happy Sunday to everyone. Healing, balance, wholeness, oneness, ascension, protection, compassion. Un- did I say balance and unconditional love to all? Thank you for coming back and watching the replay and just commenting and letting me know how you feel about my. Is it beneficial to your life, and can you use any of the information that I've been giving out so far as the information about black people and artificial intelligence and the spiritual things and how we can advance in the future and present and healing and all that type of stuff. Just let me know, because I want to talk about things that, although I do use I have been using artificial intelligence to see what the niches were and what people are interested in. I still go within and tap into, the spiritual realm. But I also try to, somebody talking about day in the R. I'm not down there. I also try to you know, go in within spiritually and then tap into the material or matrix or whatever. Mm. Yep. So welcome. I see everybody enjoyed the last live I did about old girl Lotto and Kiki Palmer and this Priscilla versus the Charleston White, and my experience where I got cussed out in the chat because I was supporting Priscilla and her views, which I don't care. I don't know who they think this is. Where I'm just like ready to cry on my sleeve and shit. Yeah, I can be feminine. I can tap into the femininity and the masculinity. Hell, we put too many titles on people, I think. And you supposed to act this way, and you supposed to do this, and the women. That's the problem with society. And when you don't fit into those constructs, you're looked at as being weird or something is wrong. And it's something actually wrong with them because they have been indoctrinated and whatever, you know. Yep. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Please like, subscribe, and share. Yeah, as we get into talking about what's going on with the political front and what these billionaires are up to. And I relate this stuff to our everyday lives. I'm not just talking about them people not relating it back. Because even if you don't have $1 billion, you can take something from these people, and examples, and use it for the betterment of your present and future. So even if you're not a billionaire, you're not a president, or you can use this knowledge and use these examples as what direction you need to go in with your little tribe or whatever. Each step in the right direction is progress, even if it's a small step. It's still progress. So take it how you at whatever you can use it for to better you. You can knowledge is powerful, and you can take the little bits and pieces. But yeah, we're gonna get right into it because I'm not going to be up here very long at all. I'm not gonna be up here long. Oh, I know everybody, a lot of people are out, so I appreciate people coming in and watching the replay and everything. I appreciate that. Yep, I do. And welcome to This is Moon Goddess 777. Support our organization. Um, I'm gonna be able to expand and be able to go. I think I can do it now, but I'm gonna start doing it, going live on all platforms and bringing in my other stuff I'm doing and whatever. Just trying to do everything right this time. It's not gonna be perfect, but just trying to do it right. Let's see. So let me go ahead and play this. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna play this. This is talking about um it's talking about what's going on with Biden right now. This is the GOP, the House GOP. They are actually investigating. They have the power to uh what is it? Subpoena and stuff. And I'm just gonna play a little bit of this. This is CNN 18 News.
And businesses, or more businesses and more Bidens involved that we knew of, you have to issue more subpoenas, because every time we turn over a rock, there's more information, there's more possible corruption, there's more possible allegations that need to be investigated. This is what we know today. Money flowed from the Chinese Communist Party, aligned with individuals into American shell companies, and then that money was wired and transferred to Biden family members. This could be the most corrupt scheme in American politics, where a sitting vice president, where we saw members of his family, 9 members so far, there may be more, that were enriched from countries all over the world. And we're providing more information about Romania today. We know about China. We know that the president denied this during an election in 2020, continues to deny it to this day. And we want everyone held accountable if they have violated their oath of office. We shouldn't have folks that are in office that are betraying their oath of office. We shouldn't have people in office that are betraying their country. If they're paying.
Okay.
Texas is the fastest growing place for
loads of cash to their family members from adversaries of ours around the world, it's wrong, whether you have a Republican or a Democrat by your name. And we saw evidence of intentionally taking steps to hide the sources of money coming directly from China through a series of financial gymnastics. Joe Biden's political career was winding down at the time, and this was one of the Biden family's last chances to cash in on the name. We have evidence of Chairman Yi Jingming, who is believed to be affiliated with Chinese Communist Party intelligence organizations and has even been accused of gathering intel for Communist China. Yi started CEFC in China. His agent in America, Gong Wendong, which Andy Biggs mentioned earlier, formed CEFC Infrastructure Investment US on May 11th, 2017. On May 18th of 2017, Dong used one of his Chinese companies, Shang Huaxin, to fund CEFC infrastructure in an attempt to hide the source of the money. And you see this pattern repeated over and over and over again. On June 30th, 2017, Shanghai Huaxin sent 10 million from China to CEFC infrastructure. Then in August 4th, 2017, CEFC infrastructure wired 100,000 directly to Hunter Biden's own corporation, Owasco.
Okay. So as you see that the GOP is actually doing a probe into the Hunter Biden plea deal, and they want to see, what's really, what was really going on. So a lot of y'all owe the conspiracy theorists, including myself, an apology, because we, along with the white folk, try to warn y'all about, we try to warn y'all. And I really, honestly, I don't really get into politics like I used to. I used to be at the polls and taking people to the polls and getting people to vote and the youth to vote. I've been doing this since I was legal. I've been trying to, vote and get people to vote and all this and that, and researching the politicians to see who would be best suited for the job to help the my communities of people and everything. And I've actually been voting for a long time. And I really don't, honestly, I really don't see no big change. I don't. So I don't really co-sign on that no more. Like, I'm not, I guess if you would say I was anything, I'd be a independent or something like that. Cause I really don't co-sign on to the Republican or the Democratic or none of that. Cause I think that, it's all a game, really. Like, I really think they choose these people before, before we even was thought about. They chose, I believe they really already had this stuff set in stone. And from looking at from studying in school, how they choose the presidency, it has to do with electoral college anyway. It's the little groups or parties that count, like county and state and stuff like that. Now it matters who we vote in there, and they will be the ones to fill up the different parties or whatever, whether you vote locally as your local sheriff and your local mayor and whatnot like that. I think our votes can kind of count for that. But when it comes out to higher up, like the presidential seat, it's it's the, like I said, it's the electoral college. Now it matters with the little people that you put on those benches and stuff like that. But even in these small areas, these people they'll get in there who they want a lot of times, and they'll pay the money talks. And a lot of times our people do not feel like we should have to, all that marching and stuff. We see where they got us said, you got to pay these folks, you know what I'm saying? You got to put money in these. You see what's going on with allegedly with, they've been saying that China done bought out America, and they claim the Dems allegedly has sold American out to and it's probably some of the other parties too, because that money talk. So I'm pretty sure it ain't, it's probably mostly the Dems, but that money make people turn on their own mama and daddy or whatever, So you never know. It might be corruption on both sides, but today we talking about the corruption that lies. Ooh, I'm in front of the White House. I done been in front of the White House not long ago. I'm in front of the White House. But now we are talking about the corruption that lies within We talking about the corruption and stuff. That is actually there we go. That's in there now and how they are probing. They've been saying that you remember when Trump was saying that remember when Trump was saying that Hunter Biden was actually he was saying that Hunter Biden was actually oh, my arms, they look so good to me. Stop. But I work my arms out. I ain't got no flabby arms, honey. I ain't got no flabby arms, honey. So yeah, you remember when they were saying that the computer and all that stuff, and they was and you know, even I ain't saying he no angel, but you know, of the devils, you got to pick the better one that's gonna suit the collective or whatever. You know what I'm saying? The collective, because they make it seem like it's a color thing, but they trying to get everybody that's not on their team or whatever. But I don't know how that happened. I'm trying to go back there. But yeah, just admiring my arms. So yeah, he was saying that Biden's son was the reason why we allegedly involved in that war now, because he was making deals while he was vice president. They said that they allegedly used Hunter Biden last name to get access to um they used Hunter Biden because they knew that he had that last name. So you know, he would be a good candidate before because the 1 second. Yeah, so they knew that if they got to him, they could get to the information and the access they needed to America, even China, even some of these other countries. You know, they were dealing with the Bidens, and they're dealing with the son and the dad. You know, unfortunately, sometimes we let our you know, we feel like with our children, some people, not me, but some parents feel like that. I believe he was doing it for his dad. I don't believe it was a thing where he was like doing it because he want to be doing what he want to do. I believe Hunter might have had clearance. You know what I'm saying? Come on now, because if you a child and your parent is that powerful and you out of pocket, they'll do something to you if you um you know, doing some things like that they don't want you to do, and the daddy is that powerful. So I feel like he knew about it. I feel like he just like allegedly when they said that the Hunter was being investigated a few years ago for the essay of his and whatever he was doing underage things or with his nieces that's of his deceased brother children. And I think Hunter Biden is allegedly involved with his brother, his deceased brother's widow. Those are her children, I think, allegedly. Those daughters are like maybe was teenagers then. That's been years ago when Young Farrell was talking about this mess. You know, they got him back. He was in bad what he called a deep state. So they was on. Yeah, they. Yeah, I don't know if it had. I know that when he went to that, when Young Farrell was supposed to go to that Jewish like seminar or something, they banned him from that, and then from there they took his YouTube page and blah blah blah. You know, he had reached some heights of success, and some people can't handle that. And I know he's like probably like what 27 now, about he was 27, 26 then, close to 30 now. He was going through a sentence return and probably dealing with some trauma. So I'm not making excuses for what happened to him, but I know I used to listen to him, and he was going in hard on what they call, you know, Donald Trump and them call the deep state. He was exposing all this stuff way back then that they're saying now is actually not a conspiracy. Y'all owe the conspiracy theorists an apology, because they've been saying this about Hunter Biden and Joe Biden long before he became president. Then white folks try to tell y'all not to vote for Sleepy Joe. So Ye, what is it? It's a man named Ye, which is he was a part of Let's see. They called him Ye, and it's a man named yeah, whatever. So it was Ye and Gong Wang Dong. They were paying off people. So Ye sent like hundreds of millions of dollars to Gong Wang Dong, which is the African leader or whatever. They started companies like Hudson West 3. Gong Wang Dong was chained in China because of fraud, and he founded the company that Hunter Biden had, which was CEFC in Washington D.C. And then they had a CEFC called China. So Ye was like the big money man, but he was in the Communist Party of China, and he used Gong Wang Dong to pay off people. But they got the they got Gong Wang Dong was detained in China. Then money was flowing now. Money was flowing from the Chinese Communist Party countries, and it was aligned with individuals and shell companies and that Biden owned, shell companies that Biden owned in the U.S. And it was even dispersed to Biden's family members, even as far as his grandchildren. And people trying to figure out why in the world did Biden have all these companies? He had like 17, then it went to 20 presently. But these people are not business people. The family are not business people. So why do they have all these companies? And then Biden tried to say that he didn't do any business dealings while he was vice president. Come to find out, of the 17 companies, it was 16 companies that got transactions or something like that. He did several transactions while he was vice president, and he used his powers to, as vice president, to make these negotiations. Or his son used them, and the daddy act like he didn't know what was going on. But all these family members was getting big lumps of money, like 33%, millions of dollars. Then they would get lumps, little giftings of $10,000 from not just the Chinese Communist uh, Party, but also Romania was involved. Romania was involved, and while Biden was telling the people of Romania not to be doing money schemes and money fraud, he was over here doing his own stuff, allegedly through his son in America and all over the nation. They were taking steps to hide money coming from China, and they took their chance to cash in and hide the money trail. Cause see, the money was coming in. It won't just coming in like they said when Jimmy Carter brother took money from Libya. He got the money directly. The way the Biden family was allegedly doing was getting the money, and it was going into different banks and different companies, because making it difficult. That's why they said is that when people do that, with the GOP investigation, they were saying when people do that, and they got bank records, they have obtained bank records and whistleblowers from the Department of Justice, whistleblowers from the IRS. They said that when people doing that, they trying to hide money from the IRS or from creditors. So the CEFC China started first, and then they started CEFC in America in 2017. They said that Ye sent the Gong Wang guy, Gong Wang Kong. He sent him $100 million to Biden corporations. Example: State Energy was a bribery company founded by them to hide the money. They said Ye was introduced to the Bidens in 2015. They paid $3 million to Jared. Jeremy played $3 million, used Hunter Biden to do his money laundering, dirty money business. They came to Hunter Biden because of the access of his last name gave him to the Chinese Communist parties and all these other communist groups. They were getting, like I said, as much as 30%. That means the family members would get millions of dollars in a family bank account. Not like 9 of Biden family members that saved 30% of millions. He was vice president doing a lot of these transactions. Okay, Walker and the Biden family in Romania, and they had money laundering mess going on with the Romanian. Walker, the head of Romania, Rod Walker, he was sending payments to Hunter Biden businesses and Hunter Biden associates, gifting payments of millions of dollars, $10,000 here. Man, y'all know I want we want the people mad because it's wrong, but y'all we hate and we want some of that money. Where my money at? They just ain't got no businesses. They just got power. Boy, they counting up in that. They in there snorting that white powder and they getting that white power and they getting boy they in there doing they counting up for this stuff crashing. Got us over here with open borders. Got us over here with open borders and we don't know who coming over here to get us and they going underground with they $50 billion. What the fuck? Yeah, that's why them suburban malls mad, cause they know they got a little money, but they know they realizing now they ain't the elite. They gotta stay here and deal with this bullshit. Living beside these crazy people and they ain't got no it's no order. It's no freaking order now in this country. Selling us out to China. Business. Them white people trying to tell y'all not to vote for sleep. Y'all thought they were being racist. They was like, I know I was doing the water thing. I was doing the water conservation thing. Then I was going to all these rich people house. I've always worked with or for. I ain't gonna front. I'll say for. They say when you a black person and you smart like me, you're hollering. They say they train you to be they train you to work with the wealthy and the smart people and be their slave. Well, maybe that's true because I have had some very elite jobs around the wealthy people or whatever. Yeah, around the elite and everything. They want the intelligent folks around them people. I don't blame them. The ones that act like they got some sense. I sound like a pygmy right now, don't I? Yeah. So yeah, I work with them. They'll tell me the truth. They be like, please, honey, please, whatever you do. Well, I was working for myself. A lot of jobs I've been self-contracted. Working for myself. That's what I mostly done. Once I learned the game and got my education and my certifications, I'll, be self-contracted. But they be like, please, honey, please don't vote for him. The taxes gonna go up. We're gonna be in a mess in America. It's gonna be inflation. Da, 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 da. And he is not who he say he is. I know y'all black folks think Trump is a racist, but they all the good boys. I said, you ain't gotta tell me. I already know. I already know that they all think alike, but you want to pick the person that's gonna benefit what you trying to do in the present and the future. You know what I'm saying? I was like, it ain't about me liking somebody or me thinking that they're gonna be my best friend, but I'm trying to, I'm a business person at the end of the day. I mean, it's nice to be friends and get along with people. Now, I ain't, you know what I'm saying? It's best to create a balanced associates than have any, but some people just ain't gonna like you anyway. But can we do business together? I mean, can we look at the big picture? That's what a lot of us have to realize as they know that a lot of our people are emotional and we even if we don't want to think about it, I'm an alpha male and I'm a dyke, I'm a this. We tap into the emotion, so they'll play on our emotion because they study astrology and they'll tell you not to study it, but they study astrology and psychology and all that kind of stuff, so they know. So yeah. Anyway, getting back to this, but Rod Walker and Eric Sherman created 16 companies while Biden was vice president, and now the president has 20 companies. Now they ain't doing no business. We know the Bidens ain't no business people. They ain't got what they doing with all these companies. And one of the companies, they got companies, example like Rosemont 1, Rosemont 2, Rosemont 3. Shanika is the name of several different companies number, like example 1, 2, 3, Rosemont 1. They said all these LLCs and companies were created to hide money. Example, RS2, Rosemont, all that, you know what I'm saying? They done got so many companies, they done ran out of names to name them. Yeah. They say he aware. They said the GOP, the House GOP said they believe he aware, but he just turns a blind eye. I believe this is me saying this like he did when the CPS was investigating Hunter about what he did to his nieces, them underage nieces of his allegedly, and he just looked the other way because he in agreement with that shit. He with all the smoke, he with all that shit, with all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Even when his daughter allegedly wrote an article about him, doing things with her when she was a little 9-year-old little girl in the shower. He don't care. They raised some of them raised like that, Y'all think because these people got money and stuff. A lot of people with money, they raised differently. We say they ain't got morals, but maybe they don't in our book, but that's just how they are. Some of them. It ain't right though. But they make laws for us and we get in trouble for it, but they feel like they are above the law because they feel like they are the elite. So this is the House GOP Oversight Committee allegation. They said they don't get the FBI to work with them, the ABC boys. They said the ABC boys don't work with them. They're gonna have to take another direction, but they holding documents about him. And they got documents about Hillary because that WikiLeaks guy, Julian Assange with WikiLeaks, that's being charged under the 1917 Espionage Act. He leaked information about Hillary and stuff, those emails, and they say the ABC boys got access to that, and they not really don't seem like they moving upon that. And and when Biden was vice president, y'all, we know who the president was. You mean to tell me he didn't know what the hell was going on around him in his cabinet? Come on, man. If you ask me, it's my opinion. This is Moon Goddess opinions. This is my perception of things. Spiritual, mental, for educational, entertainment. I believe they all in on this shit. I believe how you gonna be working for me and be my vice, and I'm counting up on all this money. You don't know what the hell going on. They said they got thousands of pages of bank records and LLCs, multiple records. They said they got power, subpoena power to get even more bank records. They got whistleblowers coming forward. That's what they said. Now if we know anything about the presidency, we know that the first time for them to actually indict a president was with Donald Trump. This has never happened. Even with Clinton, they might say they're going to impeach him. That's a long process. That does not mean anything. You get all that. They want people to get all excited and stuff. But see, I know the process. Impeachment don't mean a damn thing. It's been several presidents impeached and stuff. But to go through the whole process of what they did to this man, Donald Trump, this is the first time in the presidential history of the United States where the one has been indicted. So I'm just gonna sit back and look at the ride with this, because if they charging presidents, they definitely got to charge the rest of them. Because a lot of them done some shit that they ain't even the statutory. What is it? The limitation ain't reached it yet. Shit, he done some shit. But even the other ones and stuff. So yeah, they need to get them. They need to make them go abide by the laws. They put these regular, what they call us, the peasants and the citizens by. I mean, shit. If we was doing shit like this, then we'd be under the jail. Millions of you putting the American people selling America out to China, and a lot of them is gonna be in trouble if they actually go forward with this because they all in. A lot of them are in on it. A lot of them, and they want to say conspiracy theories and fact checked and all that. You remember Jimmy Carter brother, Billy Carter, received money from Libya. And it's funny that Joe Biden was ironically on that committee that investigated this. And look at that. Oh, I got to talk about this. Oh my God. What's that man name? I got to look at a little bit of this. Yeah, a lot of decisions they said that Joe Biden has made has put China first. You notice that? Boy, they said that China been bought him out. That's why me and the white people, we wanted a president that had some money because we know if he ain't have no money, boy, he could be bought. We know we've been trying to tell y'all. Oh boy. So this issue has been ongoing for a long time with their family members scamming money, the presidents allegedly and all that. This been going on. They said Joe Biden's son, brother, Biden's son is with Biden's deceased son, wife is Hunter Biden's girlfriend. Yeah. And I think that's her daughters that be getting, essayed and stuff allegedly by Hunter Biden, and they trying to investigate. The CPS was investigating a few years ago or whatever. But they said Biden just said, look the other way and said, if it like fuck it, he don't get like he looked when they found that white powder. When they found that white powder in the West Wing, Biden was like, damn, I need some of that right now. That's how he was looking. Shit. So They was receiving wires from foreign nationals. The damn babies in the diapers was receiving on wires. The damn great old lady and the grandmama they got, the great grandmama in the nursing home and shit. They got Alzheimer's was looking at her account and the nursing home see she got a foreign wire from. I mean, the whole family with the damn baby in the stomach was getting it. Even Biden's daughter, so she kept it in the family. So she's the daughter-in-law of Biden deceased son. Then she got with Hunter. So they just like, yeah, they do this stuff, keep it right on in there. She like, I ain't getting out of this goddamn family. Oh hell, why am I gonna get out here and start looking around to find me another politician's son when I can just hop on to the brother? Shit. We can keep this party going. Fuck that. I done did too much work. And now to get in with these people, I'm going with the damn. I know him, he know me. He been getting the cookies in anyway, because his brother probably was fucking up. That's a mess, y'all. Oh, Lord. So you mean to tell me it ain't much different? They just got money and power, but they be doing that trailer park stuff. Anyway, I am not judging nobody. I ain't nobody judge, because you know what I'm saying. It's not anyway, brother. But don't mess with them children, and don't mess with old people. Don't mess with children, animals. Oh, y'all messing up, y'all. They say allegedly they doing humans trafficking and sex trafficking. They involved in a lot. So if they involved in it, come on now, all them people around. I think that's the new dope money. I think that's a new dope man. Robinson Walker LLC paid the Biden family close to $3 million. $3 million. Yep. Yee Hammonds. They call him Yee Hammond. He was the People's Liberation Army of China, a platform for employment and undercover intelligence. So yeah, he was using his money, his hundreds of millions of dollars, to pay these motherfuckers off over here, including like Biden's son and Biden and them and their family members and their associates, to get close to the U.S. intelligence. CEFC China was to obtain overseas resources and national strategy. And when they say that, they mean in Chinese Communist Party strategies. And then I said the African leader Wong Gong Wong Hong from June of August of 2017, Yee Hammond transferred more than $100 million to that guy, Gong Wong Dong. He was a African leader, Gong Wong Dong. The Chinese detained him for fraud, as I said, because things didn't go as planned. But he was kicking out that money, boy. He was kicking out that money to him. Yep. Kicking out that money. Kicking out that money. Yep. Yep. And this is something quick right here. This is quick. Something I want to say. I just thought about this. This has really got on my nerves. I can't believe this here. Got to talk about it. I don't even know why I didn't put his picture here. Oh, I put the wrong name in. What's that man name, y'all? Oh, there you go. And I like how oh yeah, this is it right here. I'm gonna look at this a little bit. Present.
To make real money.
We know what the reputation of Yale is. You got a network of folks in all walks of life in the legal community. And all you got to say is, man, I'm a Yale alum, and bam, you got.
Okay, this is about Clarence, a little bit about him. Y'all know that he benefited from affirmative action, but it's mighty funny that he's one of the main people on the Supreme Court that knocked it, struck it down. He's in denial. He's in illusion about it. It's crazy. Like, it's just crazy how
a bunch of money, maybe go to New York and be a lawyer.
He and Kathy moved into married student housing. They made a connection with their neighbor.
We were both in married student housing. He set up his study room in what should have been, a joint storage room.
His classmate, John Bolton, would become UN ambassador, undersecretary of state, and national security advisor.
And we started talking and talked for the next 2 years, basically, and that's where we got to know each other.
Over time, Thomas would open up to Bolton.
I don't think he was terribly happy at the law school. Look, people at Yale Law School, generically speaking, are a pretty arrogant group. They think that they're going to rule the world. For example, in the year ahead of us were Bill and Hillary Clinton. That was kind of the atmosphere. I don't think Clarence came with that in mind for himself. And I think it was kind of off-putting.
There are other Black students there, but again, the Black students who are there, like, he doesn't feel they are like him. He's not part of the elite. They're, in his mind, privileged kids, the sons and daughters of doctors and lawyers. So he feels, again, like the outcast.
He believed that people assumed he was there as a beneficiary of affirmative action, and it grated on him.
He has this feeling of, I'm around these white students who he senses question his presence at Yale. How is it that you, not just you, Clarence Thomas, but you, all you Black students are here? Is it because of merit, or is it because of affirmative action? There was one law professor, Ralph Winter, who, in a challenging way, mentioned this. People don't think, you deserve to be here, that kind of thing. And Thomas doesn't take it as a challenge, he takes it as a slight.
Rather than try to fit in, Thomas tried to stand out.
He dressed in overalls and a t-shirt. It was kind of a uniform. But neither one of us was terribly rich, so I didn't wear overalls, but I understood what it meant for him.
With Clarence Thomas, what you see is somebody who's isolating himself. And he's kind of saying, I don't want to try to join you, maybe because he doesn't want to be rejected again.
After 3 years of Yale Law School, graduation was nearing. But Clarence Thomas wasn't getting the offers he expected from prestigious law firms.
He was saying that he wasn't getting the kind of offers that other students were getting. And we couldn't understand it. We thought that, well, you're at Yale, and if you're not getting offers, something's wrong, because that's the whole purpose of going to those schools.
Thomas would never forget the sting of those rejections.
He said he would keep stacks of rejection letters he had gotten from law firms. Even when he was like a Supreme Court justice, he had these letters just to sort of remind him of those, again, this feeling of rejection by kind of the elite law firms.
He had his Yale law degree and he had a 10-cent stamp stuck to it. You know, like a 10-cent price tag stuck to it. Because he's like, yeah, this is what it's worth, right? 10 cents, right? No more.
He came to blame affirmative action for the rejection he felt.
Now I knew what a law degree from Yale was worth when it bore the taint of racial preference. I was humiliated and desperate.
He thought that his degree was devalued, that he didn't get the same kind of cachet out of the degree once he was looking for a job and trying to move in his career. He assumed that others were assuming that it's a Yale law degree, but with an asterisk next to it.
I disagree. I disagree totally.
Orion Douglas had a strikingly similar academic journey to Clarence Thomas's. Scholarship to Holy Cross, law school, eventually becoming a judge.
I ain't gonna blame affirmative action for not getting a job when you never was offered the job for 100 years before, okay? The system was still there. The infrastructure for separation, discrimination was still there. It was still the segregated mindset of white America.
Okay. Right. So we see now what we're dealing with here. We see what we're dealing with Mr. Clarence Thomas and his issue with SCOTUS, affirmative action, and the SCOTUS and how they knocked it down. You know, he really was offended. All the jobs that Clarence Thomas have gotten has been, and his interest in the Yale was because of affirmative action. Yale was actually looking. I like my arms. Yale was actually looking for some black students, even though he was very intelligent, I would think, and probably qualified. But look at how affirmative action has helped Clarence Thomas all these years, and now he's not. What I think it is it's an illusion and a mental thing where he want to act like, well, I know that I got this because of my qualifications, and I know I'm deserving. Yeah, you are deserving, but you gotta be real with yourself and understand that affirmative action did not keep you from getting a job. He feel like the reason why he didn't get a job because of affirmative action is he felt like, well, they had to hire a black person, so they pushed against it, and he felt like he just would have been better off without it. But when in reality, if he would be real with himself, it actually helped him. So he shouldn't be in a mindset. Now, see, that's why I say when people don't deal with trauma, when people don't deal with stuff that happens to them as children, when people don't deal with stuff that happens to them even in past lives and clearing up karmic debt and stuff like that, when you get older, you see this decision that this man has made when he could have been instrumental in a situation of using this to help other people that was in his situation. By him being caught up in illusion and stuck in the past, he used a trauma to probably harm other people that want to actually go. Like, it's some people that still think they need college and stuff like that, and that they need to, you know, if that's how they feel, they still want to use affirmative action to go to school and still feel like they need it for jobs and stuff. So, I mean, you know, I feel like that you shouldn't let something that happened to you hurt you making decisions for the collective when he's at a position that many of people that's black people, indigenous people don't get to sit on a Supreme Court justice where he could make decisions to better the environment for a lot of people. He's using a trauma to knock it down, and you know, he and other people feel like he hindering them, you know, other people. So you got, when you're making decisions as far as judges and you are a king or a queen and you're a powerful person, you have to be careful not to let your own hang-ups with different issues in the past affect your decisions. You know what I'm saying? Because if you are a judge, you're supposed to be able to make decisions based off of the whole helping the collective, not off of prejudices or biases or traumas and things like that. You're supposed to be able to be balanced, you know, and that's what it's the justice scales. It's Mayat, but it stands for they use that as a symbol in the courtroom, you know, the scales or whatever. So yeah, I just want to speak a little bit upon that. And I'm not gonna be up here very long. Why this not showing up? Oh, I gotta remove something. Maybe I gotta remove this. No. I mean, I need to stop the screen. Okay. I don't know why this going on now. Maybe I need to remove myself. I don't want to do that. Let's see. I don't know. So I'll add it again, maybe this time. So now, yeah, here we go. Okay, so this is, y'all know who baby this is? Do y'all know who baby this is? This baby right here, look at what that baby looking at. I know I needed to rotate it, but I didn't. Y'all see what that baby, thanks to, shout out to Seven Bomar. He put me on to this. Y'all see that? Y'all see them shapes? Look, turn your head sideways. Y'all see them shapes that baby studying? Y'all know who baby that is? Look at them different shapes of them patterns that they just zone in for a second. I'm gonna give y'all this because I know some of y'all, you know, y'all might have been on the bus, a little bus, and then some of y'all mamas, daddy might be some kin. You know, we come from these small towns. Mine ain't no kin. I thank God, because woo, I'm grateful. I don't think they know kin. I don't. I really don't. I'm grateful for that too. Thanks. But now, I might be some kin to the man I married. I ain't even gonna front. But look, check it out. Check it out. You see those different geometry? I'm in front of the white. Y'all see that? Okay. Now look at this. Y'all ever seen any babies that need to playing with it? You might think you have, but that's different. That's a tetrahedrogram. That ain't nothing no baby play with. But this baby here is playing with it. And guess who baby that is? That is Elon Musk, baby, y'all. When he took his break and said he was gonna take a break for a little while, this is what this man doing. This man is actually teaching his baby how to look at them shapes and use the cognitive skills and advance that baby, because he knows that baby got to deal with artificial intelligence. So we need to start really thinking on this and try to find ways, even though you don't have to be no billionaire, you don't have to be the president or nothing like that, but we need to start trying to advance these children too, with whatever we can do without buying, kind of cut back maybe on buying the Nikes and making them look good and looking like they rapper children, and try to maybe, try to see if we can get these babies advanced, because the baby you can program a baby with anything. So if the artificial intelligence is already as smart as we are right now, and in a few more years, it's going to be probably telling us what to do, we need to get these kids up to date with this, this stuff. We need to figure out, stop, kind of cut back on the reality TV and kind of figure out what can we do to implement this into our time spent with our babies too, on a smaller, we can do it on whatever scale we can do it on, you know what I'm saying? Whatever scale we can do it on, how can we start not, I know a lot of us not ready to just take them out of the schools because we feel like we don't know how to teach our children, and we got low self-esteem, and we don't feel like that. We feel like we trusting in the government, feeling like they know what's best for our children. But even when your days off and stuff like that, if you can, maybe implement researching and figuring out how to get these children's skills up to par with this artificial, introducing them to the technology and stuff like that, and these different shapes and these patterns. Look, just that's next. If you want to ask me, well, what are you talking about? I don't know. Is that you see? You can draw this stuff, these different shapes. This really look like the. To me, it looks like something that we would call ignorantly as the Illuminati, but it really looks like something with gematria. It looks like something to me that I've seen in my book when I'm studying the spiritual symbols and the spiral, the symbols that they use for even in the Haitian voodoo and the stuff, those symbols and those V's and stuff like that. That you can start off with the simple V's. I ain't saying, as I know a lot of y'all been so indoctrinated when I say the voodoo, the Haitian thing, you think about the devil, but I'm talking about mainly focus on what I'm saying about these shapes. Look, that's what he doing with his baby, right? That's Elon Musk over there, and then look at this thing right here. Y'all gonna think that, look at that. That's the symbol of like Seven Beaumont said, that's the tetrahedrogram, and that's the Lucifer. If you stretch it out, it's something about the face. It's a face or something. But they use them titles to keep your dumb ass away from it, cause they know you caught up in the religion. But that's the tetrahedrogram and stuff like that. Look at that thing. You don't see that in no regular toy store. I mean, it can't be that much. It can't be. It's probably less than them shoes y'all put on them kids and they can't even read when they're about 15. Let me start. All right. Okay. Oh, what y'all know about this? They said they have actually gotten the approval to start testing out these cars so that in the near future, y'all, flying cars. That's the FAA, Federal Aviation Administration, flying cars. Yep. So we have been up here. Lou, we doing good. Let me see. I think I've talked about everything. And okay. In light of me talking about all this going on with the corruption and stuff, we down within know that this stuff been going on. We've been hearing about it for years. We already know. Now maybe they trying to get our harvest our energy and get us excited. I don't really care what they do with Biden or none of them. What I'm focusing on is trying to create my own heaven on earth, build my people up, use my technology that I'm learning to better my communities and clean up earth. Doing my part. I know I don't have $1 billion right now. I'm not Elon Musk and I'm not Donald Trump or Biden and none of them. Ain't nobody just gave me no $3.5 million, which I believe that, I believe that a lot of the things. Oh, I like what Trump. I gotta listen to a little bit of this, child. Listen at this. He was talking about farmers. I mean, I don't trust none of them, but some of the stuff here. Let me see. I just want to hear a little bit of this too before I get off of here. It makes sense. I don't know if they really about that life, but it makes a lot of sense. Okay, first I'm gonna put y'all boy up there and y'all this boy that y'all love so much. One of y'all boys. I'll put him up there. But that's sad that Clarence Thompson, he's so offended by affirmative action and he feel like it hindered him, but he using that same energy now to take it away from people that feel like they need it. And I'm gonna let you hear what DeSantis said about this is failure, and then a little bit of, and then I'm gonna talk about what we need to do. You don't want to do use this. Okay.
days away. In the coming weeks, Sunday Morning Futures will be speaking to the 2024 candidates about the issues that matter to the American people: the economy, the China threat, education, corruption in Washington, and a lot more. As President Biden this week touted his economic policy, citing so-called Bidenomics as a centerpiece of his campaign for a second term. According to new Fox News polls, however, the message is falling flat with voters. Overwhelmingly, 60% of voters disapprove with the way Biden is handling the economy, which has included trillions of dollars in new spending and plans for higher taxes. The policies have resulted in red-hot inflation not seen in 40 years, with prices on basic essentials spiking and sending interest rates higher.
I'm not trying to hear all this. I'm just trying to listen to his
All right.
speech.
Well, it looks like Ron DeSantis continuing his free fall in the polls. Now the question is, going to drop out or not? Some people are saying that. Let's look at it. Katie Pavlich is here, editor at townhall.com and Fox News contributor. Mark Simone, WR.
When you're in your 50s and do it.
Oh, Lord. I want to hear his speech. I don't want to hear this.
There are lovely people in life. Good evening. I'm Amna Nawaz. Jeff Bennett is away. On the NewsHour tonight, 4th of July celebration.
No.
So it's the name, deployment bags, and
Well, I don't know. Let me see. I was looking at it earlier. Anyway, he was talking some stuff, and I really want to play it. I'm gonna try. And like I said, I'm about to get off of here. So. Wait.
There are lovely people in life.
No,
They're
I don't wanna
successful
see that.
people, but they've never.
Essentials spiking, reversing
I
this
thought he
decline
did a
in
speech.
America. Productivity is
Oh well. This is.
And it's so good to see you all here in tax dollars to bring in that type of garbage.
Oh. Well, he was saying that DeSantis was saying that that he was saying about a lot of stuff that he was saying was true about how the money is they using the. He was saying stuff about how they just, it's a lot of crazy stuff going on with how they are, a lot of corruption and stuff, and how they using them, and Trump was too, about the farmers and the just crazy, like how they just the borders and the all. I mean, it's like they just doing anything they can to just chaos, like chaos demons or whatever, chaos agents. It seemed like that everything they do is a cause, like they make money off of the destruction of the murder and the suffering, and which we know that makes them money or whatever, but it's crazy. Like some of the things I don't agree with, and I like I said, I believe all of them has got that form of racism or whatever, the good old boy. But I'm not, like I said, I'm independent. If I would be anything, I would be independent, because I don't go along with people because of the party they with. I go along with what they actions are and what they actually gonna do for me and my community as a collective. I don't care what party they with. So I'm not, no. That's just like me saying, oh, well, I'm gonna be cool with them because they white or them because they black, when they might not align with what I'm trying to do. They might be the worst, might be some of the worst people ever for me to align with, but I'm just doing it because of the title. We need to get out of the title thing. That's what I wanted to say. We need to get out of the title. And Trump was talking about the farmers and how much money he gave to the farmers, and how, he want to bring the resources back to America. And what I was surprised of, he was saying that Trump was saying that how they are taking tar from Venus Weller and producing it in Texas and all the chemicals and stuff. He said it's being done in Houston. All the chemicals and stuff that's in that tar, and they could, and it's expensive, and they could really be using the natural resources that we have here in America. You know, I mean, I don't want to see. I don't gotta have no war to get my reparations or whatever, and build for my people. I don't got, you know, shit. It's plenty of ways to fight and skin a cat. They use a lot of spiritual warfare and psychological stuff, and you can learn from that and learn to do it. You don't have to. It don't have. It's not in the physical. I'm telling you, this is only a hologram. This shit is the Matrix. It's not real. It's the battle is fought in the spiritual world with the mind and stuff like that. I'm telling you, it's plenty of ways to skin a cat without having to just mark all that physical marching and all that stuff. It's not. That's not the ways. That's not the ways to fight anymore. You know. And like they say, this is an imperial war. This white man got up on TikTok and said they're not really having no battle like that over there in Ukraine and Russia. It's more of a spiritual and imperialism, and they fighting to stay in power with the money. It's a spiritual. Money is spiritual. Currency is spiritual. You know. Money is with the, when they say the bank, that's the water. That water is spiritual. When they say current, the water current. You know what I'm saying? The bank, Juno, money. So, yep. So it's just, you can see, I mean, it's nothing is here. If you want to know the knowledge or you want to know something, everything is exposed this year. Nothing is hidden. So you can pretty much, you know, see if you want to know the truth. If you don't want to do like Biden and look the other way, you can see what's going on. Yes, you can. Then white folks try to tell y'all not to vote. I be working my arms out all the time. I like my arms. I just had to throw that in there. And I'm in front of the, y'all see? My country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. Land of the pilgrim's pride, land where my fathers died, from every mountain side, let freedom ring. Happy birthday! The 4th of July was America's birthday, and shout out to my counselors. I got a birthday in a few days. I'm a counselor with a Libra placement, some Libra series placement, and I'm about to enjoy myself. When our birthday come, I don't even try to just, you know what? I really don't celebrate like that, but honey, I celebrate months down the road. It don't matter. I just try to be enjoying every day anyway, and appreciating the little things, appreciating being in my right mind, having balance and compassion for people. I'm grateful to be able to have unconditional love and being able to govern myself. Like I think about Seven Bomar, being sovereign and able to govern myself and know, you know, how to have balance in my life and not be so judgmental. Cause I mean, we don't know what we would do if somebody, think about it. If somebody offer you like $5 million or something, well, you don't know what you might would do. How we know that people somebody might be mad because they didn't get their cut. Think about it. If somebody offered you $5 million and you knew you could help your family and this, see, that's where abuse of power come in. That's where balance comes in. That's where, you know, the righteous rulers come in. A lot of people can be bought and paid for. You know what I'm saying? It's not just this man here. It's a lot of people now that will fall for that, you know, but at this level he had, that's pretty extensive, you know. I mean, I ain't even gonna front. It's wrong, but you know a little, ain't nobody gonna be perfect. You know what I'm saying? We know that. But I mean, it seemed like they just said, fuck it, I can do what the fuck I want to do. It's like I'm going in because they got an escape plan. Don't it seem like they know that they can get it? He must know he can get away with this stuff. He got to know. Somebody done guarantee. He must know he got some power. to be able to get away. He know probably that even if they convict him or whatever, he really know he really not probably gonna go to jail. They probably pretend like they killed him or something, or his family, and they just disappear and go on the ground. Maybe they trying to hurry up going underground. And that bunkers cost so much. Them underground bunkers like billions of dollars and stuff. He must be trying to get his down payment on it, get it mostly paid for so they could live down there for a long time. Shoot, I don't know. But this has been Moon Goddess 777. I am out. Y'all support, like, share the replay game. Welcome back. And thank y'all for y'all support of Maya Simple Healing and Unconditional Love. We will be expanding. We're expanding, and we will be, doing some things again and showing and being transparent and letting people see that our donors and stuff see what we are doing. Unconditional love, balance, and wholeness. We, like I said, we need to be using this information to build our nations, build our heaven on earth, clean up the oceans, clean up Mother Earth. You can't go out there with a big team. Like, I can't go out here and do the things that I want to do right today, as far as putting up a house and saving the children and the women and the men and feeding the whole nation or whatever. But I can do little things. We can do little things like picking up the trash we see, putting the oil in bags and throwing it in the trash can, and not just throwing trash down in the damn yard, or putting it in the dump, and just being careful with the earth and loving the earth, pouring more love into ourselves and into the earth, being more loving towards each other. I know it might not be safe for some of us to be around each other because of the mental illness and the possession, but just if you can't be around the people, sending out healing, wholeness, and oneness to them, and working on yourself, loving yourself, going within and finding your creativity that's in you, so that you can connect with this information and artificial intelligence and bring your creations out to help the world, the collective mankind, because it's all within you. Connect with nature, connect with Big Mama, Mama Water, connect with Righteous Father Spirit, connect with the Son, with the daughter, connect with your higher source, connect with your ancestors, connect with some old trees, and walk barefooted in the soil. Put your foot in a moving body of water, if you can. So take your spiritual baths and just go within you. It's all in you. You were who you've been waiting for. You are your hero and your best friend and your worst enemy. This is Moon Goddess 777. I'm checking out. Y'all have a wonderful Sunday. Yep, I'm out.